The morning unfolded like any other travel day for a 17-year-old girl with big dreams and a quiet smile. Emily Carter stood at the terminal of O'Hare International Airport, clutching a boarding pass for seat 3A in first class. Dressed in a black hoodie, slim-fit jeans, and clean sneakers, she didn't stand out as someone privileged. But to her, this trip was extraordinary, a last taste of freedom before her senior year, a gift from her father to mark her upcoming 18th birthday. She was headed to New York City with her best friend, eager for a few days of sunshine and adventure before college applications consumed their lives. With a small backpack slung over her shoulder and optimism in her heart, she had no idea the day would unravel into a storm that would rattle the airline industry and expose a harsh reality too many overlooked. Emily's father, James Carter, was a name synonymous with innovation. As the CEO and majority owner of Horizon Air, he'd taken a faltering regional airline and turned it into a global powerhouse. To Emily, though, he was just Dad, the guy who'd taught her to ride a bike, wrestled with her algebra homework, and shared tales of building a legacy from scratch. He'd always drilled into her the value of humility, urging her never to flaunt her family name. So she didn't. She glided through TSA with polite nods to the officers, soaking in the airport's buzz, the rush of travelers, the promise of new beginnings. She loved imagining their stories as she waited, lost in her own little world. She didn't need anyone to know who she was. Being Emily was enough. But that changed the moment she reached Gate 22. The gate agent, a tall, pale man with salt and pepper hair and a name tag reading Robert Jenkins, didn't hide his doubt. His eyes flicked over her clothes, her backpack, her skin, before he forced a tight smile. "Can I help you?" "Yes. Flight 305 to New York," Emily said, handing over her boarding pass. He scanned it, his brow creasing. "You're in first class." "Yes, 3A, she confirmed. He returned the pass without a word. No welcome aboard, no warmth, just a curt, "Boarding starts soon." "Wait over there." Emily stepped aside, uneasy. Something in his voice prickled her skin, but she brushed it off. Maybe he was just tired. Things spiraled fast. When first-class boarding began, Emily joined a small cluster of polished passengers. A younger attendant scanned her pass without a hitch, and she stepped onto the jet bridge. At the plane's door, the lead flight attendant, Susan Thompson, greeted her. Her smile wavered as she took in Emily. "Good morning," Susan said, her tone measured. "Need help finding your seat?" "I'm in 3A," Emily replied, showing her pass again. Susan's gaze lingered. "This way." Emily stowed her backpack and sank into the leather seat, exhaling. She'd flown first class before, her dad's occasional treat, but she never made a fuss about it. Other passengers settled in, a suited man in 1C, a woman with pearls flipping through a magazine in 2D. Emily slipped on her headphones, scrolling through movies, hoping for a quiet flight. That hope shattered when Susan returned. "Miss, can I see your boarding pass again?" Emily blinked. "Sure." She dug it out. Susan studied it. "Where'd you get this?" "My dad booked it. He sent me the details." Susan's eyes narrowed. "We're doing routine checks on first-class tickets now." Emily nodded, her pulse quickening, and handed over her ID. Susan walked off without a word. Minutes dragged by. Then she returned, this time with Robert Jenkins somehow on the plane. "Miss," he said sharply, "there's a problem with your ticket. The card used doesn't match your name." "It's my dad's card," Emily said. "He got it for me. I'm 17, I don't have my own yet." "Proof of this, father?" Jenkins asked, his tone thick with disbelief. "A consent form?" Emily's hands shook. "I'm not an unaccompanied minor. I don't need a form. My ID matches the pass. Call him, he'll fix this." "They wouldn't." Jenkins nodded to Susan. "Take her to the galley. We'll handle this privately." Emily stood, legs wobbly. Susan gripped her arm, firm, possessive. Emily pulled free. Don't touch me. Heads turned. Whispers spread. Phones lifted. In the galley, boxed in by flight attendants, Emily's voice climbed. I've got the confirmation email. He sent it to me. His name's James Carter. He owns this airline. Susan smirked. Sure he does. Emily fumbled for her phone, pulling up texts labeled Dad, an email with Horizon Air branding, her seat, 3A. Jenkins scoffed. Emails are easy to fake. Anyone can label a contact Dad. Emily glared. Then let me call him. No calls mid-flight, Susan snapped. Policy. Use the crew phone. Please. They refused. Radio corporate, she yelled. They'll tell you. Just then, a senior flight attendant, Linda Moore, stepped in. She'd been watching. We can call corporate from the cockpit. Thank you, Emily breathed. Linda dialed. I need the executive office. A passenger says she's James Carter's daughter. Emily's heart hammered. Soon, Linda handed her the phone. Emily? It was Janine Prescott, her dad's assistant. You okay? No, Emily whispered. They don't believe me. They're trying to pull me out. Hold on, Janine said. Your dad's in a meeting. I'll get him. Moments later, James Carter's voice came through, steady and fierce. Emily, what's happening? She spilled it all. A pause, then, put the lead attendant on. Linda took the phone. Yes, Mr. Carter. Understood. Yes, sir. She turned to Jenkins. He wants you. Jenkins blanched. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Of course. He handed the phone back, shaken. Linda addressed the cabin. Ladies and gentlemen, we regret the disruption. Miss Carter is indeed Mr. James Carter's daughter. She'll be treated with full respect. Emily returned to her seat, arm bruised, spirit battered. The man in 1C slid her his card. If you sue, I'll take it pro bono. Emily gave a faint smile. Thanks. By the time they touched down at JFK, the videos had exploded online. Hashtag Justice for Emily and hashtag Horizon Scandal trended. Reporters mobbed the terminal. Her father met her in a private lounge, his eyes blazing with anger and pain. I'm so sorry, he said, pulling her close. You deserved better. I just wanted to fly, she murmured. Not this. In the aftermath, Horizon Air launched a thorough probe. Robert Jenkins and Susan Thompson were fired. The airline issued public apologies and rolled out new training across the board. Emily gave one interview, not for attention, but for a purpose. No one should have to justify their place because of how they look, she said. I didn't want VIP treatment. I just wanted to be treated like a person. Her words, soft but firm, echoed across a nation, proving justice doesn't always roar, it just needs to be heard. The incident didn't just end with apologies, it sparked a lasting shift at Horizon Air, ensuring no one else would face what she did. For Emily, it was a flight she'd never forget, but also one that changed everything.